Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Matlack Messer Stadium on the campus of Earlham College. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Great to have you with us. The Earlham women back in action today after a 2-0 loss yesterday to Trine. They will take on St. Mary's. The Bells in town today. In fact, they spent the night last night, played IU East yesterday. They were shut out in their first game of the season. They'll look to rebound here this afternoon. We'll talk more about St. Mary's coming up in just a few moments. When we return, the scouting report on the Quakers after their loss yesterday. Their offense struggled a little bit. We'll talk about those numbers coming up in just a few moments. St. Mary's again with that loss yesterday, coming off a 1-17 season last year, hoping to pick up a win here this afternoon. We'll also check out on the scouting report the HCAC results yesterday from women's soccer, and plenty of action coming up today as well. Stay right there. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Welcome back once again to Matlack Messer Stadium on the campus of Earlham College, part of the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. We're still about 7 or 8 minutes away from the opening kick of this one here this afternoon. Should be a much better day than what we saw yesterday. Of course, the football game ended up getting delayed a couple of hours yesterday afternoon. The women's soccer match yesterday saw plenty of delays. The men's contest last night, or what was supposed to be late yesterday afternoon, that game was canceled, and I don't believe there'll be a makeup for that one either, so the men did not get their contest underway. I don't think there's any threat of bad weather today, which is good news, but it will be hot and humid again this afternoon. The Earlham women opened up their season yesterday, losing to Trine right here at Matlack Messer Stadium, that final of 2-0. Trine out shooting Earlham 16-7. Earlham was also outshot in goal 10-6 in that contest. Nicole Burkett had 3 shots on goal on the afternoon, leading the way for the Earlham offense, and keeper Rebecca Hancock 8 saves, giving up those 2 goals on the day. Now, by the way, corners were in favor of Earlham 5-3. The fouls trying much more aggressive yesterday in that area. They finished with 5 fouls. Earlham finishing with 1 foul on the afternoon. So the Quakers hoping to rebound here this afternoon. Chad Harden in his 3rd season. We'll hear more from Chad coming up later after the match on Radio Troy Digital Sports. When we come back, a quick look at the Bells of St. Mary's when we return in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
This afternoon's matchup being brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors. Only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. And Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. The Bells were in town yesterday. In fact, they played just down the road at Centerville High School as they took on IU East in a non-conference matchup. It was a final score. Either, I guess it depends on which way you look at it. One scoreboard said 2-0. The other one said 3-0. Nonetheless, the Bells lose their opener. They're coming off a 1-17 season last year. They were 0-16 in the conference, and to give you kind of an idea of how they struggled a year ago, they finished being outshot last year 585 to 92. That's an average of 32.5 to 5.1 shots per contest. They were outscored last year as well, 83 to 12. And even in the corner department, they just did not put together much offense. They were outdone in the corners, 133 to 15. We'll see Talia Robles today in goal. She's coming off a season last year. She had 109 saves, a 3.79 goals against average, and finished at 1-11. The table is now set. We are ready to go. This has been the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. When we come back in just a couple of moments, we will get this one underway from Matlack Messer Stadium here on the campus of Earlham College. This is Earlham Women's Soccer on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, Their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, it's going to be a warm afternoon, no doubt about it whatsoever. Both teams will have to be well hydrated as the humidity levels will pick up. Had tons of rain yesterday. That certainly will be a factor here today as well. Here's how the Bells of St. Mary's College will line up today. Keep an eye on Talia Robles in goal. She's out of Fresno, California. We mentioned she last year had 119 saves, so the Quakers will have to keep an eye on her this afternoon. Ashley Hernandez will be at forward. Also, Becca Stella is at defense today. Maya Cole is a middle fielder. Madison Jurgovan is also a middle fielder, a freshman out of Glen Ellen, Illinois. Haley Shahan is another starter, a freshman. They have a lot of freshmen in their starting lineup here this afternoon. Shahan wearing number 9. Kellen Hinchy, a middle fielder out of Wheaton, Illinois, wearing number 10. Rose Stackhouse, a forward, wearing number 11. Lindsay Herdsman is a defenseman. She'll wear number 12 today. Lexi Trombley is a freshman forward out of Round Hill, Virginia. She will wear number 14. Also today for the Bells will be Megan Saunders, a defenseman sophomore out of Jackson, Michigan. She will wear number 16. Those are your starters for the Bells here today. They will be in their light blue, trimmed in white, and, of course, the Quakers in their all-maroon uniforms here this afternoon. We'll check out the starting lineup for the Quakers here today out of the HCAC. Rebecca Hancock will be in goal, and Rebecca is a freshman out of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Erin Welsh back for her sophomore season out of Sellersburg, Indiana. Nicole Burkett is a freshman out of Westfield, Indiana, played at a very good Westfield soccer program. Hannah Walhauser, a freshman out of Berea, Kentucky, wearing number 9. Lydia Harvey back for her senior season. She's out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Abby McCullough, a senior out of Denver East High School. Jennifer Doye, the sophomore, very good defenseman out of Westchester, Ohio, back again for another season. Jordan Blackburn, the sophomore forward out of Plymouth, Indiana, played at Culver Academy. That's another very strong soccer program. As you see, the first play near the goal just inside the box in our first full action here in the first half. Also, Emma Lady, the junior out of Richmond, wearing number 18. Haley Beal is out of Donaldsville, Ohio. She's a middle fielder, a sophomore, wearing number 20. And then Emma Jones, a freshman at Greenwood, played at Center Grove High School, another very good soccer program, and Emma Jones wearing number 21. Quakers on the attack first as the Quakers work outside the box, and that ball taken away immediately. And coming up with the possession, Becca Stella, as the ball will go near midfield, and the Quakers will see that ball go out of bounds on the far sideline. Now, Earlham again getting shut out yesterday. The one key today for Chad Harden and his group, they want to get on the board early, kind of set the tone in this one, perhaps use the ground and aerial attack as they work here early in this first half of play. Ball goes out of bounds once again. Quakers will have the throw in once again from midfield. Chad last year put together a very solid season. Their offense drastically picking up as now we'll see this one just outside the box and the long shot, and that one is good. Good early start for the Bells of St. Mary's as they score early. That may have been number 16, Morgan Saunders, on the long ball. And the deep shot just outside the 18 to make this 1-0. And St. Mary's, a team, again, that had struggled offensively 1 year ago. They're the ones that get off to the good start here this afternoon. So 1-0 Bells on top, and now let's see how Earlham will react. Once we get official word on the goal, we'll let you know. Live stats, as always, and all the sports information on GoEarlham.com. Quakers back to midfield once again on the ground attack. That's Blackburn at the midfield circle. Boy, she had an excellent year last year as well. That was a very good, and still is now, a sophomore class, but an excellent freshman class last year. Doye outside the 18 near the far sideline. Battling there defensively is Haley Beal for the Quakers, and that ball will go out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in for the Bells in their own territory. 1-0 early here at Matlack Messer Stadium. We'll get a chance to check out the Earlham schedule. You can as well if you get an opportunity at GoEarlham.com, and make sure you plan to come out and see the Earlham women's soccer team, the men's soccer team, all season long here at beautiful Matlack Messer Stadium, as we'll be outside the circle near the midfield line. And the Bells once again on the counterattack. Jurgevon with the long kick. Looks like we may have an offsides against the St. Mary Bells, and that will be brought back to the spot of the violation. And that's where the Quakers will now go on the counterattack. Again, just over 41 minutes remaining here in the first half. Emma Jones puts that ball in play, and a nice ball there for the Quakers at midfield. Here is Doye once again trying to work the ball up the left sideline, and it will go out of bounds. Once again, we'll have a throw-in now for the Quakers. That is a redirect that time by the Bells. Looked like that may have been number 16. Once again, Morgan Saunders on the redirect, and so we will go on the attack once again. Speaking of the Bells on the counterattack, Quakers good defensively as Nicole Burkett is there trying to change the direction of that pass, and now the Bells on the attack, lead pass. Ball knocked down by Aaron Welsh, and that'll be redirected the other way off the right foot of Welsh. And the ball near the sideline, there's Emma Lady. Emma's had a good 2 years in the Earlham program. And, of course, also a part of the lacrosse team as well. Show you how versatile and what a good athlete she is. Chance to play both sports as that ball is kicked out of bounds. Once again on the far side, we'll have a throw-in for the Quakers intended for Ashley Hernandez of St. Mary's. Quakers have had numerous throw-ins already. They'll see if they can go on the counterattack here. They haven't had a really good look yet outside the 18. Emma Lady has that ball taken away, and once again there's Jordan Blackburn for the Quakers working it at midfield as Emma will dump that one behind, and the Quakers will go to Lydia Harvey, and they'll work it to the near side once again. Good job keeping that ball in play here on the near sideline. As Hannah Wallhauser there for the Quakers. Earlham goes back inside to the attack just outside the 18. Lead pass knocked away as we'll see Becca Stella there knock that ball to the far side outside the 18 to the left sideline, and it will go out of play, and we'll have another throw-in for Earlham. Ball kept alive once again by Emma Lady. Lady very active on both sides of the pitch here this afternoon already. Pitch will be a little bit soft, I'm sure, because of the rain we had yesterday. Tons of rain, in fact, throughout the entire afternoon. But I'm sure things dried out a little bit. It's going to be soft, I would have ventured to say, for a little while. See how these players will adjust to it. Long ball put outside the 18 to the near side once again. There's Harvey. Boy, Harvey, an excellent defender last year, able to get to so many loose balls. A 50-50 ball available there. There's Haley Beal once again for the Quakers. And we'll work it back to the near side. Here's Welsh. Ball centered, intended for Emma Lady. She got bumped from behind. Good physical play that time by Becca Stella. And a foot race up the right sideline. There's Emma Lady once again. Took a little shimmy that time from Stella. And once again, St. Mary's will have the ball at midfield. And the ball brought down the near sideline. Stackhouse there battling along with Lydia Harvey, and we could see a foul right there, and I believe they're going to get Maya Cole on the foul by St. Mary's. 38 minutes remaining here, just a little over 38 minutes remaining here in the first half. 1-0, Bells on top. Here is Harvey with the kick, and a good one it was. That ball will sail all the way inside the 18 and picked up by Robles of St. Mary's. St. Mary's looking to spread the field. In fact, Stackhouse is here on the near side. I think you can see her right there. She is right there at midfield. Covered up quickly by Aaron Welsh to make sure that they can't get that ball taken up the left sideline on the attack. Ball near side. In fact, Hinchy was looking for her teammate in Stackhouse. Lead pass intended for Trombley goes inside the box, and there for the Quakers is Rebecca Hancock. Harvey looking middle field once again to McCullough. Back to Harvey. Quakers being very patient as they'll work that little triangle once again to the middle. Burkett once again there for the Quakers. Ball is now loose, and we saw that Maya Cole had gone down on the pitch for just a couple of moments, and now the Bells will redirect once again. Here's Hinchy to midfield, and a counterattack now put together by St. Mary's. Good defense once again by Blackburn, making St. Mary's change direction. And then Doye comes up with a takeaway and will head the other way. Ball will stay outside the 18 as the Bells, there's a whistle, and looked like we have a handball that time. The ball may have hit the arm of one of the St. Mary's players. Quakers have yet to get very many players inside the box to get a good attack early on in this one, so we'll have a free kick. They will undoubtedly, in fact, the wall set up just a few feet away. Here is McCullough, a good ball inside the 18 and then picked up there by Robles. Boy, the Quakers had, 4 in the box that time. Unable to come up with the first goal of the day for Earlham. So now we'll see St. Mary's go back on the attack themselves. That's a good ball past midfield into Earlham territory, then redirected on the header. There for the Quakers, Emma Jones. Earlham will have to find a way to get some offense. They lose, in fact, their best player, the freshman of the year last year, who did not come back to school this year. There's Doye talking with Chad a little bit ago, about the team and what they're going to try to do offensively. They know they're going to have some good weapons this year, but Chloe Lamenzo not coming back will certainly hurt this team offensively as that ball is hit just outside the 18. The strike with the right leg, that time by Emma Lady, comes up short, and Robles will put it back into play. Boy, 2 years ago, the Quakers really struggled on offense, and then they got a very good recruiting class, Lamenzo leading that class. But now they'll have to find a way this year to make up for that loss of offensive production. That's McCullough, who put that ball down the middle of the pitch outside the 18, and the ball goes out of bounds near side. Here is one of the captains, Aaron Welsh, who will have a throw-in on the near side. And going down will be Wallhauser. That'll be called against St. Mary's. 34-29 remaining in the first half. This will be Blackburn. They'll have a two-person wall set up. That's going to be Stackhouse and Herdsman. Good ball lifted high in the air, redirected on the header that time by Becca Stella. And once again, St. Mary's able to stop the Quakers as that ball goes out of bounds, and they do flag it out of bounds. That time we saw Stackhouse try to steal one away and keep the attack going down the left sideline. Here is Aaron Welsh on the throw-in for the Quakers. Beal near side, and Beal unable to keep it in play, and we will have a throw-in once again, this time Herdsman on the near side. Battle for that 50-50 ball. Things getting physical to the near side. That is Aaron Welsh trying to go one-on-one with Rose Stackhouse. St. Mary's on the attack. That ball knocked down. Good defense by Lydia Harvey, and the Quakers clear it out of bounds. This will give the defense a chance to regroup and a throw-in on the near side here by Lindsey Herdsman. On the throw-in, here's Trombley. Trombley tried to get between two defenders, and it was taken away. Again, Haley Beal, good defense. But Earlham unable to keep it in play, and we'll have a throw-in here by Herdsman once again. 1-0, 33 minutes remaining in the first half. Ball deep in the corner. There's a nice kick that time, but ends up short as Stackhouse can't keep it going. Counterattack stolen away by Saunders at midfield. Saunders on the counter. They'll go right side to Shaman. Shaman outside the box. Here's a long kick, and that's going to be knocked down by the keeper, Hancock. Ball stays inside the box, and then will be kicked outside once again, just outside the 18 to the right. And now St. Mary's setting up their offense once again. Long kick, knocked down again. Earlham's defense right there. There's Aaron Welsh. And Stackhouse tried to make the move on Welsh, and that will go against St. Mary's. Well, they worked side to side. Quakers were able to defend that well once again. They won the ball. In fact, St. Mary's won that ball in the middle of the field. St. Mary's trying to place that ball to get a strike in front of the goal, and it came up a little bit short. Ball put in play by Hancock. That is Doye outside her own 18. St. Mary's trying to force the action, and they will. And the Quakers unable to keep the possession. It was intended for Blackburn on the far sideline. Another throw-in now for St. Mary's. Quakers come up with a steal, give that one to Wallhauser, and Earlham will now go on the counterattack themselves. Middle of the pitch, that time Burkett can't hold on to it. We'll go back once again to St. Mary's at midfield. That is Becca Stella. Nothing there. Does a nice job dumping behind, and now the St. Mary's Bells will work from there. You see the Quakers now, they've spread their defense. They're playing much more man-to-man than zone. Well, we'll see a little bit of both, I'm sure, here this afternoon. Here's Herdsman near side. Herdsman just outside the 18. We'll put it back to the middle. A little give and go to the right side. The ball kicked and ricocheted in the air, and then coming down with it will be Rebecca Hancock. I'm pretty sure that time it was Emma Jones who may have got just a piece of it to redirect that ball. Speaking of redirect, that's Morgan Saunders with the header. They redirected, and it goes back over again to the Bells. 30-28 to go, first half. Bells get that early goal, and so far Earlham has not mounted a real serious attack yet. They've had a couple of looks, but so far unable to get anything going offensively here in the first half. Another redirect off the head of Saunders back to the midfield circle, and now the Quakers on the attack. Good lead pass to Welsh. Welsh looking middle once again, but there's that St. Mary's defense coming up with that one. It was Stella once again. Quakers come back middle of the field, and with the right leg, that'll be McCullough. McCullough looking for teammate Welsh deep in the corner, but again, St. Mary's able to rebound once again and get the possession. And they'll play a triangle game here on the near side, but the Quakers have three players there as well, including Haley Beal. Abby McCullough goes down on the pitch, and now the ball taken away. And the counterattack put together now by Stackhouse on the lead pass. Knocked down at the midfield circle, and once again we'll get inside the box. Quakers have to hustle back, and a high kick that time by Trombley. Sails over the goal and out of play, and it nearly made this one 2-0 with just over 29 minutes remaining here in the first half. Well, with Hancock being a freshman, Quakers ended up losing a veteran keeper last year, so Hancock now the lead goalkeeper. There's a nice ball knocked down by Stella, but still the Quakers unable to get in that last possession. I think they may have gotten a tad lucky. They had two defensemen coming back, but not fast enough. Nice move here in the near side by Beal. Here the ooh of the crowd is the Earlham fans now here this afternoon on this warm afternoon. There's a long ball off the right leg of Stackhouse once again. That one way outside the 18. Quakers able to come up again with Hancock and now go on the counterattack. Earlham wants to move the ball as quickly as they can after a shot like that. They know they could have a man advantage. Ball outside the 18, and we have a collision, and that's going to go over to St. Mary's. Boy, I tell you what, two players really hustling after the loose ball. That was Stella, number 4 there for St. Mary's, and on the other side, Nicole Burkett for the Quakers. Throw in now for St. Mary's. They're going to take their time. They want to get a good look here as the work it up the sideline to Ashley Hernandez. Quakers double team, try to regain the possession. Good steal that time by Beal. It goes out of bounds. Beal unable to keep it herself, and so St. Mary's will now have a throw-in. Nope, they're going to say it was off of a St. Mary's player. So the change of the call right there. Quakers get a throw-in. That's Blackburn. Blackburn with the right foot looking middle, nobody there. Think she was expecting Emma Lady to be there. And now we'll go on the counterattack. Trombley lead pass. Here you go again, another foot race. And coming out will be Hancock, who left the goal outside the box and in the 18, making sure that there was no chance that time for St. Mary's to get a shot on goal here in the first half. Nice kick once again all the way to midfield. There's Beal. Quakers keep the possession just outside the midfield circle. Ball squirts to the far side as Blackburn trying to chase that one down, and St. Mary's once again will be back on the counterattack. Quakers have played a lot of defense here in the first half. Stackhouse, lead pass deep in the corner just to the right of the 18, and going down was Emma Jones trying to make sure that the attack didn't go any further. Was able to kick it out of there with the right leg, but we have another throw-in here for St. Mary's. So far, no corners either way. St. Mary's will work this one to the right of the 18, and that ball kicked right into the awaiting arms of Rebecca Hancock. So no real serious attack that time by St. Mary's as Hancock looking to put that ball back in play. Ball knocked down. There's a steal by Shaman for St. Mary's. Quakers unable to clear it. Doye deep in the corner. Going to look back to see what is there, and smartly just kicks that one out of bounds. And that'll give the defense for the Quakers a chance to regroup once again. Doyer deep in the corner once again. Knocked out of bounds, and she along with Rose Stackhouse battling for the loose ball, and looks like we will now have our first corner. We just talked about that a couple of moments ago. .25-16 remaining. The wave will come from left to right. Here is the kick from the corner by Cole. That was not a good kick. Ball stays inside the 18 and picked up there by Hancock. Good effort by Becca Stella. Quakers able to survive the first corner on the afternoon. Ball high in the air to midfield. St. Mary's once again trying to gain possession as Burkett to the near side. Nice ball movement that time and good control for just a moment. But again, St. Mary's, their defense, they played well here this afternoon in the first half. Not just because of the shutout. They've eliminated the Quakers in their counterattack several times. Here's Trombley. Trombley, good ball inside the 18, knocked down that time by Harvey, and Doyer there for the Quakers. Doyer once again for the Quakers. Ball inside the 18. And here is Rebecca Hancock. Is it Hancock? I'm just kidding. Ball back into St. Mary's territory. They'll quickly clear that away. And here come the Quakers once again. Near side, it's Welsh. And it'll be Harvey once again. And here is Emma Lady once again. Quakers once again trying to get this attack going as Going down is Beal. And Earlham outside the 18, and the ball cleared once again out of bounds, and it should be a Earlham throw-in from the far side. So far the only goal we have seen early in this one, very early, once again by the Bells of St. Mary's, as that ball goes deep in the corner. There is Becca Stella inside the 18, but quickly picked up off the pitch as Robles, and once again St. Mary's back on the counterattack. Robles puts a right leg into this one near side to Hernandez. Hernandez takes a peek in front and behind to see what might be available, and now past midfield there's Jurgevin. Better get quickly down. Looks like we have an offsides, and we do on St. Mary's. And they had a good lead attack that time. Boy, I tell you what, you look at Hancock, she had to come out from the box and make a decision whether she was going to go after that ball or not. And so the Quakers get a break right there with the offsides by St. Mary's. So here's Hancock. The goal kick, and a long one it is. Back once again, St. Mary's. They made a change, I believe, in their lineup. As you see, Burkett. Nice physical play, and there's Burkett again. Burkett with the strike, and awaiting that one is Robles. So good job again by the St. Mary's defense as they stop the Quakers yet one more time. And the ball knocked down by Blackburn at midfield. Blackburn now looking for an opening as she works one-on-one with Hinchy. Quakers again with Beal with the left foot. Now a 50-50 ball stolen away by Herdsman. Herdsman looking to her left, and no one is there. Hernandez might have been the closest, but Hernandez was a good 20 yards behind the kick. Ball goes out of bounds. Welsh will have a throw-in for the Quakers with just over 21 minutes remaining here in the first half. Earlham's going to be back in action. We'll talk about their schedule a little bit as that throw-in here on the near side, stolen away by Cole. Cole will center that one, and now it'll be Hinchy. Hinchy, this would be a deep shot right here if they can get one off as they try to go to the right side, but there was nobody home. The closest player had to have been Trombley, and Trombley unable to get there. Looks like we are going to have a quick timeout. We'll talk about that Earlham schedule coming up as they'll allow both teams to get a water break right here in a humid, very warm and humid afternoon here at Matlack Messer Stadium. Don't go away. This is Earlham Soccer right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com. Both teams given a water break, which on a warm day like today, it is certainly well-deserved as both teams here in the first half, 20-31 remaining. And again, both teams got a chance to get to the sideline, get cooled down a little bit, and we will resume play here in just a couple of moments. 1-0 first half, 20:31 remaining. And we are now back underway here at Matlack Besser Stadium. Quakers have tried to mount several offensive attacks. It has not gone as well as they had hoped so far. St. Mary's, here's a long ball hit wide to the right off the right leg of Trombley. So right out of the timeout, St. Mary's mounting an attack of their own. Just wide of the goal, and Rebecca Hancock again able to keep her ground on that left side of the goal. So now we'll see if the Quakers can go on a counterattack here, something we just haven't seen as much in the first half. The possession has belonged a lot so far to St. Mary's. Good kick now. Here's Burkett. And then Burkett has it taken away. Long ball again, and St. Mary's trying to hurry that ball to Trombley in scoring position outside the 18. The Quakers get back quickly. And here's a good look once again at Emma Jones. Far side, Blackburn. Blackburn trying to redirect on the right leg. Gets it inside the 18, and once again the ball rolls right off the top, and that's going to be tipped and scored. Is that Burkett, I think, who got the goal, or was it number 20? Burkett gets the assist, and Beal gets the goal. So Earlham gets on the board here in the first half as it comes at the 19-10 mark. But Beal the goal and Burkett gets the assist, and the Quakers tie this one at one apiece. That was a nice play by Earlham. Ball got loose. St. Mary's unable to get enough defenders back, and Earlham puts the goal on the board. So now let's see what St. Mary's can do as Hinchy will put that back into play and once again into the Earlham half. There's Beal coming off the goal. First goal of the year for this Earlham women's soccer team, and Beal able to get that one, the sophomore out of Donnellsville, Ohio. Quakers come up with the possession. Here's Welsh, and boy, good defense pass was intended there for Burkett. Ball is high in the air, 50-50 ball, and redirected by Trombley. We're going back and forth here as both teams giving the possession. That was Cole on the redirect, and will come near side to Wallhauser once again. And we're just kind of playing in this little area right here to the near side. Wallhauser again looking to the middle. Knocked away by Cole in the right leg of Hernandez. Nothing there as Harvey able to keep it in play for the Quakers. Back to McCullough. Lifted in the air to Welsh, and once again there's Wallhauser on her redirect. And Burkett. Burkett trying to get by the defender. That was Stella to the near side. Goes out of play, and they'll say it was last touched by St. Mary's. Here's Welsh on a throw-in. Quick steal on the possession there by Hinchy. The ball knocked down by Welsh, and once again, Wallhauser back to midfield. Here's Blackburn. Blackburn just outside the midfield circle, and once again, stolen away on the possession, and the high kick goes back to midfield. St. Mary's will come back on the attack of their own. There's the left leg of Emma Jones, and once again into the Earlham half. Earlham trying to gain the possession here as that ball is knocked down. They'll say that goes against St. Mary's. Quakers now have Yana Miller into the lineup. Miller is a sophomore, a forward. This is Blackburn now for the Quakers. Quakers have right now 5 in the box on this free kick. All are standing right at the top of the 18. Ball high in the air, the redirect, and we had 2 Quaker players there. One of those was Abby McCullough. The other one was Yana Miller, and they may have hit heads when they went up for that redirect. And coming up with it was Robles, the goalkeeper. Long downfield kick that time and taken away by Welsh. Back to midfield once again. St. Mary's comes up with this possession. Just over 16 minutes remaining in the first half. Cole looking to find an opening. It'll go to midfield, and here come the Bells once again. That is Jurgevin looking to the opposite side. Quakers also have in the lineup Raven McCree. McCree out of Beaver Creek, Ohio. She wears number 23, the junior forward. Quakers trying to keep some fresh bodies in. Looks like St. Mary's will make a change. 17 and 26 coming in. 17 is Alexis Hernandez. 23 is Delaney Rollman. Rollman played her high school soccer at Cecina out of Indianapolis. She is a junior. We have a corner now for St. Mary's. Hinchy will put it in play. Nice ball that time by Hinchy and redirected. Nice job that time by the Quakers defensively. Looked like that may have been Wallhauser, the redirect off the corner. Here come the Quakers, counterattack. Well, they do have a man advantage right now if they can get this turned quickly, as the ball will go to the far side of the 18. Quakers have several in the box. Nice left foot, and that'll go wide and behind the goal. Closest there for the Quakers may have been Yana Miller, but a good attack that time by Earlham's offense. 14:47 to go here in the first half, and again tied at 1 apiece. Well, Earlham's last few possessions, a little different offense. They really have done a nice job being aggressive on the attack, and now St. Mary's going a little more conservative off of the goal kick this time. That is Rollman on the far side. Ball will stay with St. Mary's, and they'll look to set it up from there. That was Saunders to midfield, back to Saunders. They'll play it behind. Quakers give chase. Ball lifted to the far sideline in midfield. Good job again by Blackburn hustling over to get the takeaway. Blackburn also able to keep it in play. Rollman there again for the Bells as the ball comes to midfield. Earlham able to get the takeaway. They'll go on the counter once again. Here's Harvey lifting that ball high. Good backspin just over the head, though, of Wallhauser, who tried her redirect. And the ball goes out of bounds near side. Becca Stella there, the last to touch it for St. Mary's. Throw in now for the Quakers. Here's Welsh. Halftime, we'll check out the other action yesterday and what is going on today in the conference in women's soccer. Emily Bassard coming in. She's out of Lawrence North High School in Indianapolis, and she enters the lineup for the first time today for the Quakers. Throw in by Welsh. Earlham on the attack now once again. Lead pass intended for Beal. Beal, right side of the 18. Ball knocked again away from her possession. And St. Mary's doing a nice job deep in those corners to make sure that ball doesn't get centered once again. And now we'll see St. Mary's look to go on the counterattack once again. They're going to work the middle of the field this time. And look to go to the right side. Earlham's defense giving chase, and the ball knocked out of bounds again on the far side. And we'll go right back to St. Mary's once again. Throw in to Rollman. On the redirect, Schmidt looking right side once again, and Earlham's defense able to come up yet one more time and knock it out of play. This will give Earlham a chance to regroup once again on this attack by St. Mary's. Ball to the right of the 18, deep in the corner, and it will not stay in play. And it will go out of bounds, and they'll say St. Mary's the last to touch it, so the Quakers will go back to their goalkeeper, Hancock, to put it in play. She'll have a goal kick opportunity right here. Early goal by St. Mary's. Quakers come back and answer late with Haley Beal getting the goal. Burkett again with the assist. Good ball this time all the way to midfield. And there was Jordan Blackburn for the Quakers, unable to keep the possession. Good hustle this time by Earlham. Earlham looking ahead. Ball inside the box all the way now to the goalie box, and that's where the keeper, Hancock, will pick it up. Quickly has to get rid of it. There was pressure coming from the near side by Alexis Hernandez. She played her high school soccer at Penn High School up in Granger, Indiana. Ball once again for the Quakers. That one will go wide. Looks like we do have an offsides that time on the Quakers, as leading the way for Earlham once again was Jana Miller. So St. Mary's will have the kick from just outside the midfield line. Quakers have done a nice job on their aerial attack today. Their ground attack hasn't been too bad, led up to their first goal of the season. Ball played at midfield. There's Burkett once again. Here's Burkett, and she will go down outside the 18. Ball will be played. Boy, Earlham had a nice break going that time, and St. Mary's able to come up and disrupt that break quickly. Here's Rollman back to midfield into Earlham territory. Taken away by McCullough. McCullough with the left leg. Nice strike that time. Lead pass intended for Jana Miller, and it goes out of bounds on the end line. Well, good thought that time by McCullough. Blackburn there, and again with number 12, Jana Miller, leading the way, just a little bit out of her reach. And so a goal kick here by Robles. They'll go conservative once again, and a dangerous pass. Chance here with the left foot off of the goal. Did it go in? It was the upright to the right, and I think Robles may have stopped it. It was Burkett who put a left leg into it, but she may have grabbed it, and apparently Robles grabbed it before it crossed the line. Quakers miss a chance to go up 2-1 here in the first half. Well, that time St. Mary's went a little bit too conservative, and Robles not paying attention to what Burkett was doing, and Burkett almost made him pay for it. Good effort by the Quakers. Rollman will put it in play. And the official blowing the whistle. Let's see who that's going to go against, as coming up a little bit limping. In fact, I'm trying to pick up the number near the sideline. Who it was may have gotten kicked just above the knee. And number 7, it is number 7 that time for St. Mary's, which is Elizabeth Schulte. Elizabeth Schulte, a sophomore. They have the padding that generally covers the shins, but she caught one right above the knee and came up a little bit slow. Quakers back the other way. Emily Bessard again in for the Quakers. The ball played just outside the circle, and regaining the possession is Hinchy. Tried the lead pass, stolen away. Quakers' defensive play has been stellar once it gets past. That was Emma Jones that time. Trying to redirect on the header was Jana Miller. Outside the 18, inside the 18, knocked away. There she is again, Nicole Burkett for the Quakers. Earlham again on the attack. They have an opportunity once again as the ball comes to the right side, deep in the corner. Wallhauser with the nice ball that time. Knocked down. Quakers again just outside the box on the top. This one off the right leg and knocked down again by Robles. That was Jana Miller with the right strike that time for the Quakers. Boy, Earlham, 2 straight good possessions, and they've nearly taken a 2 or 3-1 lead here in the first half. Just over 7 minutes remaining. St. Mary's, they've kind of gone a little bit flat offensively in their last few possessions. St. Mary's again able to get a takeaway. Schulte there for St. Mary's, coming from behind to get the steals. Will go past midfield, and either Earlham's defense has ratcheted things up a little bit here in the first half, or St. Mary's, after that brief timeout we had on the water break, they just haven't come back as the same unit we saw early in their aggressiveness. Now the Quakers in their possession. That's a nice ball. Here's Wallhauser. Wallhauser one to beat, and does. Wallhauser gets the goal, and the Quakers take a 2-1 lead. Nice pass and a great job by Wallhauser She saw Robles move one way and was able to hold on to that ball long enough to redirect it off her right leg, and Wallhauser will make it a 2-1 game. Well, again, Earlham's offense, they've made the adjustments perhaps more than what we have seen St. Mary's do here in the later stages of the first half. But St. Mary's not attacking as aggressively as they were, and the Quakers have now taken over not only the game 2-1, but they have the momentum now here in the later stages of half number 1. So Beal with a goal today, Wallhauser with a goal. Just over 6 minutes remaining. So Earlham shut out yesterday, 2 goals here today. And we will have a corner now are they going to have a throw-in? Looks like it may be a throw-in very deep in the corner, this time by Rollman. There's McCullough again challenging the offensive player, and that was Schmidt, Abby Schmidt out of Plymouth, Indiana, just a freshman out of Glenn High School. Quakers giving nothing this time. Jones right up on the offensive player. Trombley trying to make a move, and there was nothing for her to do thanks to Emma Jones's defense. So now St. Mary's able to regain the possession. They will go behind and reset it from there. There is Saunders deep, and Saunders looking toward the sideline. It is Schmidt there. No, that's going to be Rollman. And now Quakers make a change. We'll see Magdalena Gallagher come in out of St. Paul, Minnesota, wearing number 4. Quakers again battling with the heat and humidity today. We'll try to keep some fresh bodies ready for the second half. On the throw-in for the Quakers will be McCree. McCree, by the way, last year played a little goalkeeper as well. Looks like they have her mostly as a field player here early on as a forward. Hernandez near side once again to Herdsman. Herdsman back to Hernandez, just outside the 18. Hernandez tried to make a move against Harvey. Harvey didn't buy it. Ball knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Harvey. So now St. Mary's, that is Maya Cole, who will have the corner now for St. Mary's. This time the wave, you'll see, will be coming from the right side. Now, of course, she could just dump it into Hinchy and attack from there as you see the shift. Here's the nice ball, good spin, but up to grab it will be Hancock in midair, and Hancock's going to waste no time. Quakers on the counter. Here they come. Right leg by Bessard. That will find Yana Miller. Miller has that one knocked away by Robles, who sends that one all the way back to midfield. Robles gambles, and it paid off. Quakers again trying to be aggressive here inside St. Mary's territory. Ball knocked down in midfield. Earlham able to do a good job keeping that ball played at the midfield stripe. And in the circle, taken away again by St. Mary's. Right leg of Trombley sends it to the far side, intended there for Schulte. And here's McCree back to midfield. 3 minutes remaining. Going to have to get some going pretty quick here if you're St. Mary's want to tie this matchup here before the half, as that goes out of bounds off the right leg of Trombley. So now the Quakers have a chance here to add one more. That is McCree near midfield. McCree wearing the protective headgear. That's redirected by Rollman. McCree had her issues with concussion, so she's well protected today in this matchup. There's a fight for the loose ball at midfield. A couple of players getting tangled up that time. One of those, Maya Cole for St. Mary's. Both teams trying to play a little more aggressive. The clock, they know, is counting down. You're running out of time. A collision in the circle, and a little elbow that time by Cole to McCullough. St. Mary's again looking here. They're going to have to hurry. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Through ball will go all the way down in the corner. McCree with the sliding tackle, and that ball goes out of play. Took the legs out from Schulte. And I think the Quakers right now would be very satisfied with saying, you know what, we'll go into the locker room, get a quick break. Chance to take a 2-1 lead in the locker room here in the first half. Just don't give up anything right here at the end. That is Hancock, the goalkeeper, with the goal kick. Does what she needs to do, and a good job sending it all the way to midfield. She's got a nice, strong right leg, and that'll pay off eventually, and has already here today. But St. Mary's able to come up with the steal. That's Becca Stella right there. Ball continues to be in the play of St. Mary's. Here's Hernandez. Coming over is Beal. Beal able to get the steal, and will head the other way. Good look here at Bissard. Bissard, lead pass, went right over the head of Becca Stella and redirected again back into Earlham territory. Earlham again with 50 seconds left. Don't give anything up here late. Bissard once again will find McCullough. That ball crosses midfield. We may not have enough time here if you're St. Mary's unless they set up pretty quick. Hinchy looking at midfield and past the circle. We'll go left side to Cole. Cole centering this ball, looking for a teammate ahead. I think that was intended for her teammate Shepard, who's coming to the ball game. That's Zoe Shepard, a freshman out of Harbor Springs, Michigan. Now the Quakers have numbers in the attack late, knocked down off the right leg. That was number 12 once again, Yana Miller.
10, 9, 8.
So now the clock and a foul called against Yana Miller, and St. Mary's will not have enough time to get anything going, and that's going to do it. We have made it to halftime. Quakers offense coming up with a couple of big goals late in the first half, and on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham at halftime leading St. Mary's 2-1. We will come back and give you the first half numbers coming up in just a few moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Women's Soccer and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
We're back at Matlack Messer Stadium here on the campus of Earlham College. Again, a warm afternoon. Both teams really battling the elements here again today, much like what they did yesterday. But the Quakers get that late offense rolling and now lead it 2-1 here at halftime. Want to remind you, today's game brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. When you're visiting the Richmond area, there's one clear choice when looking for the best place to stay. That's the Best Western Classic. Best Western is dedicated to providing you with the best possible travel experience. They operate in an industry built on trust and guest satisfaction, and this can only be achieved through communication and experience support. At the Best Western Classic of Richmond, you get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike. Go ahead and give you those first half numbers. Again, Earlham coming on late offensively. Here's how the scoring went in the first half. At 2:08 of the first half, the goal by St. Mary's Rose Stackhouse made it 1-0. We're just 2 minutes in, and an early start by St. Mary's. Quakers get their first goal at the 25:52 mark. It was Beal getting the goal, assisted by Nicole Burkett. And then the Quakers get their second goal. It was an unassisted goal by Hannah Wallhauser at the 38:30 mark, and that's where we stand at halftime, 2-1. Here's the team comparison. The Quakers with 7 shots in the first half, 5 by St. Mary's. Quakers had 7 shots on goal, many of those coming late in the first half. 4 shots on goal by St. Mary's. The Quakers finished with 3 saves, St. Mary's with 5. Earlham had no corners in the first half, 2 by St. Mary's. 3 offsides by St. Mary's, 1 by Earlham, and St. Mary's had 5 fouls. The Quakers 1 foul in the first half of play. Rebecca Hancock so far, again, 4 shots on goal, gave up just the 1 goal and 3 saves in the first half. Robles, again for St. Mary's, 7 shots on goal, had 2 goals against and 5 saves in the first half as well. So that's where we stand here at halftime at 2-1. We'll come back. We'll see what happened yesterday in the HCAC and women's soccer, what matchups are going on this afternoon. Also check out some of the other action from Saturday around the Earlham athletic community. We'll talk about that in just a few moments. Today's game being brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your family or your school group. If you list or buy or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. Halftime report continues in just a couple of moments on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham 2, St. Mary's 1. This is Earlham Women's Soccer on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Stadium on the campus of Earlham College. We're at halftime, 2-1 your score. Let's get you caught up on some other action going on today in women's soccer. In fact, there are 2 finals in the books as Transylvania, they beat Alma today 1-0. Westminster, Pennsylvania beat Defiance. The Yellow Jackets falling to 0-2 on the year. 4-1 the final in that one. In the second half, in fact, looks like they've just started the second half. Mount St. Joe leading Mount Union 2-0 in that contest. And coming up, in fact, no score in that Hanover-Milliken contest. That was to start it at 1 o'clock. And the other matchup going on today, Bluffton. They are home against Goshen. That is not until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Yesterday it was Tryon again over Earlham 2-0. Mount St. Joe beat Alma, that final 2-0. Franklin in a high-scoring game against Concordia, Wisconsin. Franklin, the Grizzlies, win at 5-4. And Anderson, they lost yesterday by a final of 3-1. The men's soccer team was supposed to be in action yesterday, as we mentioned. They, by the way, had that matchup postponed or at least canceled. As far as we know by now, there won't be a makeup date on that contest. They had it postponed or canceled because of the weather yesterday, and I'm checking their schedule. I don't think they're going to have a makeup date, at least for now. That'd probably be a hard one to make up. Now, the Quakers will be back in action on Wednesday when they take on Wabash. And a reminder, that is a 5 o'clock start time. We'll be on the air for that one at around 4:45 coming up on Wednesday. The field hockey team got a win yesterday. They beat Hendricks 4-0, so the field hockey team getting off to a good start on the season. They were back in action today. They lose to Rhodes by a final of 2-0 in that one. They're going to travel to Wittenberg. That'll be a tough one as they open up conference play already in the NCAC against Wittenberg on Wednesday. That is a 4:30 start time. Volleyball team also in action. Boy, they got a ton of matches this year. They've taken full advantage of their scheduling opportunities. They did beat West Virginia Tech yesterday in that second match at the Marietta College Tournament. Didn't get a score to the Franciscan game, but they did beat West Virginia Tech 3-2. They'll be at Capitol coming up on Tuesday. And the football team, they lost their season opener yesterday to Wilmington 49-7. There was about a 2-hour delay or so in that game right before halftime. They did continue it in the second half, and they had 2 abbreviated quarters. They were 2 12-minute adjusted quarters, and the Quakers lose it 49-7. The football team will be back in action this coming Saturday when they take on Hiram, and we'll have that game for you right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. That is a 3 o'clock kickoff time, and we'll be on the air at about 2:40 with the pregame. Again, Hiram coming to town on Saturday. We're about ready for the second half. Do not go away. The Earlham women trying to get their first win of the 2018 season. We'll see if they can complete that task coming up in just a few moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Women's Soccer on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Well, Quakers again got that offense going late in the first half, leading at 2-1. Let's see if they can continue putting that pressure on the St. Mary's defense. By the way, St. Mary's, their coach kept them in their dugout area the entire halftime, the entire 15 minutes. Quakers got in the locker room for a few minutes and tried to cool down on this warm and humid day. So now we'll see how that may play into this one here in the second half. Quakers will have the opening kick in the second half. Earlham now attacking from right to left here in the second half as well. Today's game being brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub. No artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Thursday, the Italian BMT, Friday, the tuna, and Saturday, the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. We are underway here in the second half on the first attack. St. Mary's into Earlham territory and quickly reversed by Lydia Harvey. That's a 50-50 ball available once again, and Harvey is there. Pair of 11s battling near the sideline as coming over once again for St. Mary's was Rose Stackhouse. And a throw in now for the Quakers. We can tell the Earlham was. That's the way a misdirect by Beal. I was going to mention the Quakers have been a different team since that water break that both teams had in the first half. They came out much more aggressive, and I'm not sure that St. Mary's really responded as well as they had hoped. As that ball goes out of bounds, they'll say Stackhouse was the last to touch, and I'm not sure maybe right there that Aaron Welsh didn't steal a call because it was Stackhouse who thought that ball went off Welsh, and immediately what the Quakers did was put it into play. Ball back to midfield once again. Here's Blackburn. Blackburn looking to her right. Inside the 18 as trying to redirect again as Burkett. Ball knocked away off the left foot of Stella and all the way back to midfield. Here's Emma Jones looking ahead once again, and that ball gets by Emma Lady. Lady had a good break in the first half. She played about 3/4 of the way, and they got her out. So Lady had a chance to rest a little bit in the first half. Near side McCullough. Ball played back to midfield. There is Beal. Here's McCullough looking what might be available. Well, she worked in the middle, back to the outside, does so. It's Emma Lady. Lady deep in the corner, wisely lets that one go out of play. She has a throw-in, and will find McCullough. Knocked away and a steal by Hernandez, and once again the Quakers will have to put it in play here on the near side. Boy, nice body check that time, Burkett, and I think they're going to whistle that one against the Quakers, and they will. Boy, there's very little breeze here today. You can tell looking at some of the players at halftime that they are really battling the elements here this afternoon. Temperatures probably in the upper 80s, but it feels more like in the mid-90s today with that high humidity with all the rain we got yesterday. Outside the box now for St. Mary's, looking to get it into the 18. Good ball movement once again. There's a little shove that time in the right hand by Stackhouse, then knocked down by Hancock. Stackhouse was trying to clear some room to get a clean kick, and she cleared it for sure. He was defended well there by the Quakers. I think that was Welsh who was there. If it wasn't Welsh, it was McCullough. And boy, whoever got it pretty hard. The redirect that time by Burkett, and it will roll slowly out of bounds here in the near side. St. Mary's will have a throw-in. Shaman missing her target. Hernandez trying to redirect herself. And the Quakers redirect themselves with the left leg of Doyer there for the Quakers. There's Emma Lady once again looking back to midfield, and Harvey looking right. Yep. Doyer with the staff in here is giving me a hard time about Doyer's name. I said Doyer, didn't I? No, you said Doyer. Doyer. I will never forget her name again. Here's Emma Lady. What's that? Yeah, I'm probably not. Here's Emma Lady just outside the 18 once again with the left foot, and that's going to be knocked away, intended for Wallhauser. Good job again by Emma Lady. I'm going to see now Doyer is right there. Doyer is right. I see her right there. All right. Right there, Doyer. Ball will be a corner kick here by the Quakers as this is lifted high in the air inside the 18, redirected by Saunders. Ball stays in the 18. Quakers have a chance, but then cleared with the left leg by Herdsman. You know, I think for, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 22 players, one wrong is not bad, right? I just can't remember Doyer. Doyer. Ball is just outside and will roll into the 18 now for St. Mary's and will go out of play to the left. We are still scoreless in the second half. Neither team able to get the offense rolling. 2-1 your score. But don't you think 1 out of 22 is not bad? Yeah. You weren't willing to give me credit, though, were you? I can't wait. Huh? No way. Who told you that? Who told you I was a professional at anything? Ball comes out of bounds near to the scorer's table here on our right as Doyer was there. Now I'm a professional. Deep in the corner once again for Hernandez. Ball will get inside the 18. Quakers need to clear it out of there. Good job on the turn that time by Jones, and we have a whistle, and that may go against the Quakers. So now a free kick right here, penalty kick will go for St. Mary's. Clock will stop at the 38-minute mark here in the second half, and here's a big opportunity right now for St. Mary's as Stackhouse will be able to place that right at the mark, and a penalty kick now for St. Mary's. First time that we'll see Hancock face a penalty kick here this afternoon. Chance here to tie for St. Mary's. Stackhouse ready to approach. Here she comes, and that's a goal. And I think that the keeper, Hancock, may have hit her head diving for that loose ball and caught the upright to the left. And you know the trainer will be out there pretty quick to check her out. In fact, the entire Earlham team there to see if she's going to be okay as Rebecca Hancock, a great effort, but again caught that upright. And she hits her head right there, and hopefully she'll be okay. She waves to the bench and says she's all right. But they may differ in their evaluation, so she is going to head toward the bench. Quakers will have to go to their backup. So we will see Madeline Chomatowski come in. So 2-2 the score here, 38. We're going to put it back to 43 is what they've listed on the scoreboard. So 48, or should say 38-43 now remaining here in the second half. So the Quakers without Hancock. Chomatowski comes in, and we're ready to resume. So this could be big for St. Mary's up against the backup goalkeeper as Emma Lady to the near side, unable to keep that one in play. Could change the entire way that St. Mary's looks to attack offensively if they can get it into scoring position. Ball stolen away by McCullough. Here come the Quakers. And coming back again, Becca Stella. Ball will head to midfield, and that's where you'll see Maya Cole turn and look for Hernandez. Hernandez outside the 18, very deep in the corner. Ball knocked away, and we have a whistle and a player down now for St. Mary's. That must have been Doyer there for the foul, right? I said Doyer. You guys are just all over me now, aren't you? Didn't I say Doyer? I said it last time, too. Maybe not the time before, but they did this time. I'd like to complain, please. There's a good ball there by St. Mary's, knocked down, and we'll see this foot race out front by Burkett. Here's Burkett across midfield. And coming back, collision. Stella coming over, got a piece of Burkett, and the ball knocked away. And we'll come back once again to St. Mary's. Just over 37 minutes remaining in this one, and we're knotted at 2 apiece. Quakers now without Rebecca Hancock, their goalkeeper. And Earlham again on offense. Wellhauser looking to her right. Ball lifted high in the air, knocked away in the redirect by Stella. St. Mary's able to keep it outside the 18. and now send it downfield once again where Trombley waits. Jordan Blackburn was looking to come up and make a steal as the Quakers quickly back on defense. Doyer there for the Quakers. Doyer, by the way, back in Rebecca Hancock. Doyer will give her 5 on the way by. So that's good news for the Quakers. Rebecca Hancock back in. So Earlham with a throw-in on the side, and here is Jordan Blackburn there for the Quakers. Back out to midfield, and once again it'll stay here. Earlham trying to get it out of their own territory if they possibly can, as you see St. Mary's trying to get their offense rolling once again. We'll go far side to Cole. Cole looking back to the middle as she does some fancy footwork with the ball, and will go back behind into their own side of the field. And once again, Quakers there to get a takeaway. Here's McCullough. McCullough looking to her right. And we have another race toward a loose ball outside the 18, and I think that may have been touched by Wallhauser, but apparently not. Becca Stella was there for a moment. She said that she saw Wallhauser touched it, but didn't get the benefit of the call. Ball knocked in the air by Jurgevin. Once again, here's Blackburn with the right leg on the long ball and brought down by Robles. So now Robles with the goal kick high in the air all the way to midfield. There was Trombley for a moment, unable to keep control of it. Here's another through ball that'll be picked up by Robles, and once again, St. Mary's will go back on the counterattack. That one high in the air past midfield. St. Mary's looking ahead themselves. There's Doyer there for the Quakers, and the ball will go far side once again to Beal. And it goes out of play, last touched by St. Mary's. Hurd's been the last to touch it there for St. Mary's, as Earlham trying to gain control here in the second half, tied at 2, just over 33 minutes remaining in this second half. Quakers again with the possession. Here's McCullough. McCullough turns, looks ahead. Lead pass will find Burkett. Burkett right of the box. Nice through ball and just over the head of Emma Lady. She was just outside the goalie box. Now a battle for the loose ball deep in the corner. Blackburn looks back inside. Here's Emma Lady. Lady looked outside, goes back again to Blackburn. Here's Lady, a little give and go. Ball taken away. Nice steal by Saunders. Saunders with the right leg on the strike, puts it back past midfield and picked up by Emma Jones. Here's Lady. Lady goes back to the middle. This will be McCullough at the circle, and they'll dump it behind Etta Harvey, who will redirect it to the right side once again to Aaron Welsh. Quakers being very patient offensively, looking to spread now this St. Mary's defense. Doyer to the near side once again, and that ball knocked out of bounds. .32 minutes remaining. Here's Blackburn. Blackburn just outside the 18, looks to her right. Can the Quakers get something here? Is that one just inside the 18 and quickly knocked back out of bounds on the far side? And the Quakers have a throw-in. Here's Aaron Welsh. Ball redirected once again, that time by St. Mary's, as it'll be loose and eventually picked up by Wallhauser. Wallhauser runs right into Becca Stella, and St. Mary's able to come up with it. Here's a good look at Stackhouse. Stackhouse gets away from the double team, back to the middle of the pitch, and they'll look toward Cole. Cole with the right leg, nothing available now. Harvey. And the ball will go out of bounds very close to midfield once again. Well, neither team able to get much going here in the second half other than the penalty kick that was scored, and that's where we stand at 2 apiece. There's a long ball attempt. And once again for the Quakers, Emma Lady. Ball back to midfield once again. 50-50 ball won by Blackburn. Doyer to the near side, now with the left leg. Ball comes near sideline. Shaman is there. Doyer as well fighting along with Shaman, and they're getting pretty physical. The ball stayed in bounds, and the official's going to say who? Throwing Quakers. Doyer there for Earlham, and Beal comes up, tried to redirect that one, and we've got a foul call against Beal. Things getting a little chippy right there between a couple of the players fighting for the loose possession. Here's a free kick by Saunders. That one just over the head of Hernandez. Doyer right behind her, and there's a right leg by Jurgevin. Jurgevin puts it deep, and a run down by Jones. Jones able to reverse. Doyer near side once again. And the loose ball picked up by Lady, who looks back to the middle. Good job by Lady. She found an opening, and there for the Quakers, Wallhauser. Going down on the pitch was Beal, and stolen away by Hinchy. And we'll see St. Mary's try to go back on the counterattack. Here's Stackhouse. Boy, the Quakers able to hustle. Boy, Stackhouse a little shimmy from behind against Aaron Welsh. And we have seen St. Mary's get very physical at times here in the second half, and that time it was a Stackhouse foul. A little shove from behind against Aaron Welsh. And you see the clock continuing at just under 30 minutes here in the second half, knotted at 2 apiece. Good ball that time by the Quakers. Wallhauser with the right leg, looking to her right, now to Burkett. Burkett, nice ball, headed and into the goal, and the Quakers take a 3-2 lead. That was redirected to Emma Lady. Great ball that time by Nicole Burkett, too. Boy, you could not have made that any better than what you had right there. And how about Emma Lady right behind the St. Mary's defense, redirected the header goal. She's going to come out, and coming in will be Yana Miller. So Earlham leading at 3-2 off the header goal by none other than Emma Lady. So now the Quakers will take that 3-2 lead, work defensively, and now the pressure back on St. Mary's. Ball up the right sideline. Once again, there's Jurgevin. Jurgevin tried to split the two. It got away, and Emma Jones was there. Quakers make the return once again to McCullough. McCullough will find Blackburn. Blackburn trying to get by the defender. Coming up is Shaman there to knock it out of bounds, and Earlham will keep possession. Throw in near side, redirect on the header once again by Saunders. Ball will now come to Becca Stella, looks back to the middle. And there will be Saunders once again. Here come the Bells. The Bells inside the 18, guarded there quickly by Welsh, and it will go out of play. And Earlham able to put it back once again on the goal kick here by Rebecca Hancock. Get to that 20-minute mark. Generally, that's about the mark you look at when a team is trying to get as many possessions late in a game when you're trailing, as there is a look at Blackburn once again, and the Quakers head the other way if they can get McCullough once again cleared, and she's going to move it to Welsh on the right side. So the 20-minute mark, if you're leading, you're generally going to play a little more possession soccer. If you're the team behind, you really start to try to ratchet things up on offense. If you aren't a good possession team, that can be a huge difference. Here's Shaman near side against Blackburn. Near the sideline, that was kept in bounds. Nice play by Jurgevin, and then I believe we may have an offsides. St. Mary's, they have not done a whole lot of substituting in this one. They did late in the first half, but their starters have pretty much played this entire match. They're not very deep. Ball knocked down right there for the Quakers, Yana Miller. And once again, St. Mary's will take over here. Shaman to the near side against Blackburn. Lead pass will find Hernandez. Nice turn as Hernandez with the left foot, then right to Blackburn. As we just go back and forth now here at midfield until the Quakers regain the possession. Good look here at Emma Jones. Clock down to 26:34. Quakers will play a little more possession ball this time and try to use some clock, knowing as that ball goes out of bounds. And for St. Mary's, Jurgovin thought that ball was off of McCullough. The Quakers have really gotten most of the calls that are pretty close here this afternoon. Two new players coming in. Coming in number 7 will be Elizabeth Schulte now for St. Mary's. Quakers come back now with Emily Bissard out of Lawrence North High School in Indianapolis. Doyer will inbound near side. On the throw-in, Quakers again with Burkett. Boy, nice ball again into the box, and coming up will be Robles. Burkett has a great right leg, and as far as accuracy, it's been on target here this afternoon. That ball back to midfield, knocked down by Harvey. Here come again St. Mary's trying to get their attack going. Stolen away by Bissard. Quakers stop that attack once again. And this ball cleared all the way past the top of the 18 into the corner. And again, physical play put together by St. Mary's, but I think we've got a foul call against Stackhouse. The official walking by Stackhouse and said something. I think that's a bad call right there. That was Stackhouse who got away with a little shove again, but the official calls that one on Earlham. And if you're Erin Welsh, and she kind of held up her hands for a moment wondering why that was called on her, that was not a good call. So now the Quakers will have Wallhauser move back. She is the only player standing in front of the free kick right here. Ball's going to be placed into the box, and then a good redirect header that time by McCullough to clear it out. Once again, St. Mary's will try to go on the attack. Left of the 18, double team on the ball against Stackhouse, and it goes out of play. Good job again for that Quaker defense. They read that well, got both defenders in front of the offensive player in Stackhouse, and now another throw-in for St. Mary's. 50-50 ball here available. Ball will go into the corner. And now we wait and see if that will be St. Mary's for a corner, and it will be. Doing the corner duties will be Hinchy. And Hinchy, we saw her do a couple of corners early, very accurate, as she will look to put this ball right in front of the goal if she can. It's going to be a short kick. That's not her best kick, but redirected off the right leg of Becca Stella. It goes over the goal, so a good effort that time by St. Mary's. That kick again went a little bit shorter than I believe that she wanted it to. 23:20 remaining. Good to see Hancock back in after that penalty kick in which she ends up hitting her head on the upright to the left, but she is back in the lineup, clearing all the protocols needed. St. Mary's again looking to go on the attack here, and finally this will be called against Jurgovin. And the Quakers will regain the possession here as we continue to see that clock tick away, and the Quakers looking for their first win of the 2018 college season as we are well underway now. Busy weekend, and of course that schedule will get even busier as we continue. Yana Miller near side, coming for the steal was Schulte. And here come the Quakers. Good ball movement near side. Yana Miller, nice move, got the approval of the crowd that's watching here today. Then Miller took a shot that time from Shaman and went down on the turf. Ball gets loose. Two balls were in play at one time. One thing about the Earlham community, they know their soccer very well, and they love that play by Yana Miller. Quakers, opportunity Wellhauser once again. Wellhauser inside the 18, and it'll be cleared out as once again the left leg of Hinchy able to get it out of there. And this will give St. Mary's a chance to reset their defense. And we may see a timeout right here, and I think we will. They will give both teams a chance to get a water break on this. Again, warm and humid day. There you see it. 21 minutes and change to go in this one, and Earlham on top 3-2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
By the way, we want to say thank you to the staff here. It takes a lot. There's 6 of us in here doing soccer. People think this is easy. It's not. We've got all kinds of great people in here. The Earlham staff working to bring you Earlham soccer every home game. Here's a corner now by the Quakers. Not a good corner kick that time by Earlham. Wallhauser put a right leg into it. There again, another attack by Wallhauser inside the box, and the 18 getting very, very busy. There were all kinds of bodies inside the 18 that time on both sides. So now the Quakers will see, in fact, we're going to see a change here for St. Mary's. Number 5 coming in. That'll be Maya Cole once again. And a goal kick here by St. Mary's. Robles again with the goal kick here. St. Mary's back the other way. Now, Earlham is going to try to do 2 things here, and that's one of them right there, and that is to get the possession back. And you got to like Burkett the way she plays with the left foot, and She basically went one-on-one that time on the left side of the 18, did a good job getting into place, and now St. Mary's trying to head back the other way. Doyer, once again, an excellent defensive player. And that ball gets all the way down the pitch into the 18, but hustling back. Good job by Erin Welsh. Now cleared out of there, and they do. That's Emma Jones. Ball high in the air will take one bounce now, two right in front of Rebecca Hancock. But the two things Quakers want to do now is, first off, use that clock. They're not going to be in any hurry here. They want to try to waste as much time as they possibly can. And then on defense, really make St. Mary's work. Boy, another race after the 50-50 ball deep, and Herdsman will clear it out once again. That'll give her defenseman a chance to come back and get reset. For the Quakers, Wallhauser on the throw-in, and here's McCullough. McCullough tried to split two defenders, was not able to do so as that ball, Herdsman again knocking it away, and another throw-in for the Quakers. That's a wise move right there. Go ahead and dump it behind. Make the defense chase you a little bit here. Quakers look back to the middle, but there was no one there. St. Mary's comes up with that. That's Cole now for the Bells, and the lead pass. Going to be another chase. Will it be close for the Quakers? No, as the ball gets into the 18 and able to pick it up pretty quick was Hancock. Coming on strong that time for the Bells was Trombley. So now the Quakers back on the attack, on the counter, looking once again to McCullough. McCullough will bring it across the midline once again herself. McCullough has it knocked away by Shaman and stays in possession of the Quakers. And again, 18 minutes and change remaining in this one. Doyer will put it in play here on the near side. The throw in over the head of Beal. And back to midfield once again. Here's Harvey. Earlham will be back in action once again. As we talked about before, they're going to play Grace Christian coming up on Wednesday. That is a 2:30 start time. We'll be on the air at around 2:15. So Earlham gets 3 straight home matches. As that one will go out of play, it'll stay here. And then the Quakers will go on the road for 3 in a row. They go to Brescia, Marietta, and St. Mary of the Woods. We'll find out how the Quakers respond to heading on the road for the first time. Earlham makes a change. We will see Raven McCree come into the lineup, and setting down for Earlham will be Aaron Welsh. And boy, Welsh again has played extremely well here today defensively. Earlham in no hurry here to get a throw in. They know they have to wait for the whistle, but they don't want to hurry every second that comes off the clock as that ball goes out of play. Herdsman knocking it out of bounds on her redirect. But every second comes off that clock. This is an advantage for the Quakers. And now we'll have a corner as Wallhauser last time their corner kick went too high in the box. Let's see if she'll get it closer this time. Had good curve on it, redirected off the right leg of McCullough, and then cleared again to the far side of the 18. It'll go out of bounds, and Wallhauser again will have a throw-in for Earlham. Ball high in the air once again as that's off the right leg of Burkett. Doyer there battling one-on-one with Schulte. Good look at Bissard. Doyer again trying to regain that possession. Emma Jones trying to get to that loose ball with Shepard, who's entered the lineup for St. Mary's. And again, here's McCullough. McCullough goes down. Cole getting physical there at midfield, and here come the Quakers again. That's Harvey across midfield. Lead pass into the 18. Opportunity off the right leg of Wallhauser. Didn't get a clean strike, and the ball will go wide of the 18 and knocked out of bounds by Shaman. That might have been different if Wallhauser would have gotten a clean kick, but it Came off the side of her foot, was unable to get anything to the inside, and so now McCree will have a throw-in with 15-20 remaining here in the second half. She went conservative that time, tried to lay it to Burkett, and they're fighting for the loose ball as Becca Stella. Boy, you can kind of tell that both teams getting a little tired here late in this one. They have battled not only hard here today physically, it's been a physical game, but again, the elements have not been a whole lot of fun to play in this afternoon. But for St. Mary's, they get a kick from the spot of the foul. They're going to have to start really picking things up on offense. They trail it 3-2 here late. And they haven't had that many attacks here in the second half. Earlham has made some good adjustments defensively as that ball went right down the line, and McCree the last to touch it. And a throw-in now for St. Mary's. Boy, Beal able to disrupt the offensive flow again. Every time St. Mary's tries to get something going, Earlham, their defenseman, able to come up and make a nice play and at least force them to do something different. In the lineup once again, Abby Schmidt. She's out of Plymouth, Indiana for St. Mary's, and now the Bells will try to reset it to the near side with Shaman. Shaman looking to dump it to the right side in the corner. Good look here at Stackhouse. Stackhouse knocked down as that one off the right leg of Stackhouse, and Earlham able to come in and knock it away. The last one was to touch that. That may have been Emma Jones. We will have a corner once again for St. Mary's, and it is Maya Cole. You will see the wave come from the left. And they get an early start. Quakers play it man-to-man. That one into the box. The attempted header by Saunders. She missed it. St. Mary's able to keep it right at the 18. Quakers able to cover it up quickly. There's the left foot, top of the 18. Ball knocked away. Good job again by the Earlham defense. Fighting for the loose ball that time, Bissard. And now the Quakers can use more time. Here to the near side is Bissard once again. Coming over will be Jurgevin. Bissard redirects it off the right leg, comes back again, try to get it by Jurgevin, and Jurgevin will kick it out of bounds here to the near side. I don't think it was touched by any of the Quakers. Bissard was the closest of anyone. Earlham will put it in play. Here's McCullough. And you can again tell that St. Mary's a little bit slower here late in this one as McCullough goes down, got knocked down by Shaman, no whistle, and now it'll be Stackhouse. Stackhouse looking ahead to her teammate Shepard. Quakers want to get it out of there if they can, and the ball will roll now to Hancock. And Hancock will wait and pick it up late. Waiting for Shepard to make a step or two in front, and good job again by Hancock. Quakers will have Burkett there and will come near side to Shaman. Shaman was trying to go middle once again, had Shepard there, but the ball was a little bit behind her. And now St. Mary's playing it in midfield there. Some more physical play by Beal as she comes up with a nice tackle herself from behind. Is now St. Mary's into the 18 and an attempt inside, and that one is going to be knocked high off the left leg, and that was Stackhouse. Boy, I tell you what, they came very close to tying this one at 3 apiece, and the Quakers may have gotten a little bit lucky that time as that ball off the left leg was too high. We'll see Alexis Hernandez come back in for St. Mary's. And, man, that probably was the best opportunity we have seen now for St. Mary's the entire second half. Here come the Quakers back the other way. Here's Burkett once again. Nice ball and picked up right there by Robles. She had Yana Miller there. We've seen a nice afternoon by Burkett on her passes. She's done a nice job. Her aerial attack has been extremely good. And near side once again to Shaman. Doyer down the sideline, able to run that one down, and it goes out of bounds. And once again, St. Mary's will put it in play, and time becoming critical now with about 10 minutes remaining in this one. Earlham trying to pick up their first win. Doyer there for the Quakers, able to defend it well, knocks it out of bounds. Stackhouse trying to make that move again against her on the end line. And we made it under the 10-minute mark. And another corner here for St. Mary's. This will be Cole once again. Cole, a nice strong leg into the box once again. And we have a whistle, and I believe we're going to have a foul called against Becca Stella as she simply laid out McCullough just outside the goalie box. So the Quakers get it back again and a chance to use the clock even more. And Earlham in no hurry right here to get the goal kick by Hancock. Let's see if they'll play conservative or go deep again. Hancock putting a right leg into it, decides, you know what, we'll play it better deep. Burkett unable to redirect on the header. Burkett, nice job getting the loose ball as she goes right by Shaman. Burkett once again with the right leg trying to position herself, goes down, no whistle on that one. Several bodies in the box, and I tell you what, that's a tough call that Burkett didn't get. Quakers able to keep it once again. Here's McCullough. Almost found her teammate Yana Millers. The ball cleared all the way back once again to Hancock. Hancock wisely picks it up inside the 18, and now we'll look to see what's available on the kick. Goes to midfield. Intended there for Bessard. 50-50 ball comes down outside the circle. And once again, a little shove from behind as you can tell St. Mary's trying to gain an advantage here and playing more physical, trying to tie this match up late. Quakers back on defense. Ball will go wide to the left. It was intended, I believe, that time for Saunders. It went by her. McCree clears it. A couple of changes once again as Earlham coming back with Blackburn. And also coming back for St. Mary's will be Trombley. Blackburn back in to help on the defensive side. 7:50 to go here in this one. Throw in near side, that is Shaman. Quakers making sure everyone is guarded well as they go man-to-man here on the throw-in. There's another little shove again by Stackhouse. Tell you what, Stackhouse just going through anybody who's in the way, and she went over Burkett once again. It goes out of play, but right now it's a physical game as Rose Stackhouse trying to gain an advantage. Whiffing on that one is Saunders. The right leg of Shaman high in the air. And once again a 50-50 ball. As coming in, Abby Schmidt now for St. Mary's, and the Quakers back on the counterattack. Boy, ball knocked away. That would have been interesting that time. Quakers would have a huge advantage, but Jurgevon able to knock that one away. And St. Mary's comes up with a loose one again. Here's Herdsman. Herdsman across the midcourt line, or I should say midfield line, and the ball deep in the corner once again. Still loose and picked up eventually by Hancock. Quakers right now just need to get this thing past midfield and try to get on an offensive attack, because right now everyone playing up for St. Mary's, all their defensemen at midfield and into Earlham territory. They're not going to give Earlham a chance to really get anything going because they have a huge advantage at midfield. Right leg through ball that time again by Stackhouse. Outside the 18, there again McCree for the Quakers, and a good job getting that one out of play, and Earlham again will come back on defense. 6 minutes remaining. After this one is over, you can check out all the final stats on GoEarlham.com and also check out the Earlham schedule. What's coming up for the Quakers? McCree again, no one pursuing her from behind, but she's going to kick it out and give Earlham a chance to reset again on defense. St. Mary's will have to hurry. Line drive kick goes wide. Long ball attempt there again by St. Mary's. And Earlham again will regain the possession. And now St. Mary's, everyone they have except for their goalkeeper and maybe one player, everybody in Earlham territory. They want to try to play this again as close as they possibly can. The right leg again of Hancock sends it right to midfield. Earlham able to keep this possession, but not for long. Stolen away by Cole. Cole, a right leg into the 18, and a chase for the loose ball goes out of bounds. Good job again by Hancock. Able to read that one well. On the run was Stackhouse to try to beat her to the loose ball. Goal kick again here by Rebecca Hancock. And Earlham now 4:25 away from picking up a win. Hancock this time is going to come to the near sideline. There's Emma Lady, who's checked back in. Lady takes a shot. Well, Shaman's not happy with that call, but they've been playing a little more physical in this one, and then she gives Emma Lady a little extra right there. Gave her the business right at the last second. Emma keeping her cool, though. She didn't say anything to Shaman. Emma here on the near side tried to stretch that right leg out and keep it in play, so Shaman has a throw-in. Redirected once again by Doyer. Quakers get the possession. Here's Lady. Boy, stolen away again. And Quakers got to keep possession right here and try to use a little clock. They don't want to give anything late here to St. Mary's. Earlham probably at this stage trying to get it in play and then work it to the far side if they can, because it's getting pretty crowded here on the near side. Ball stolen away again by St. Mary's. Good movement there by Cole. Cole, fancy footwork with the ball. Doyer again for the Quakers. Able to come up with it. Here's Emma Lady. And again McCullough. Doyer again for the Quakers up the left sideline, using that lead pass intended for Burkett in the corner. Burkett, nice job. That's a great ball that time, deep in the corner. Here's Emma Lady again with the right leg. Inside the 18, squirts to the far side, and trying to run it down will be Yana Miller. Well, that was a great ball by Burkett in the corner. How in the world she kept that in play, and that was a great through ball, too, that Quakers had every opportunity to perhaps do something with it on offense, but I'm not sure how she did it, but she did. That's a great kick. Her accuracy has been great this afternoon. Here's Stella on the play. Becca Stella. Clock down to 2 minutes. High in the air, 50-50 ball redirected on the header by McCullough. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez, one-on-one, pulling down Beal. And the ball goes out of bounds. And, boy, they let him play right in front of their Earlham bench and right in front of head coach Chad Harden. Quakers will have a free kick from the spot of that foul. Here's Harvey. Harvey plays it safe, and that again will go out of play. Stackhouse knocking it out of bounds. And we're down to the final 90. Couple of changes again. As coming in for St. Mary's, number 17, Alexis Hernandez. Quakers will come back with number 9, which is Wallhauser. And looks like that's going to bring Yana Miller out of the lineup. Miller, very, very important player off the bench for the Quakers. And the ball goes out of bounds. More time coming off the clock for St. Mary's. They will really have to hurry now. Coming up on a minute remaining. Robles will put it in play. Quakers coming up. They're going to try to make sure that every bit of that second is used off the clock, and the ball goes out of bounds again. That's why you see the Quakers playing up very close. That was Wallhauser. And now they'll make the bells go back and put it into play, and every second here counts. And they know, you kind of tell they've upped the up the pace a little bit trying to get it going, but I think they've waited too late. They'll be lucky now if they get it past midfield and even into scoring position with 29 left, because the Quakers are everywhere that loose ball is. Good job again by Blackburn. And Blackburn wisely kicks it out of bounds. The defense will reset. 16 seconds remaining. Quick inbound on the near side, and again taken away by McCullough. Ball loose outside the 18. Emma Lady trying to get it right there. St. Mary's is going to run out of time, and the Quakers are going to pick up a win here this afternoon. So on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham beat St. Mary's 3-2. We will come back and put a wrap on this one in a moment. This has been Earlham Women's Soccer, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
A great win today for the Earlham women's soccer team. They win at 3-2 after falling behind early. Their offense coming alive. Defense played well down the stretch. They got some excellent goalkeeping from Rebecca Hancock, and they win it here this afternoon. It was not an easy day, and again, St. Mary's played really well. They're much improved over last year, and the other factor was the heat and humidity of the day, and all these players really put in a great effort here this afternoon on both sides as they were getting a little bit spent toward the end of this one, but Earlham survives and wins it 3-2, and now they'll set their sights on Grace Christian coming up on Wednesday, and of course we'll have that matchup for you. That is a 2:30 start time. We'll get things started at around 2:15 with a pregame, and we'll have it for you right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. But again, your final this afternoon, Earlham beating St. Mary's, your final 3-2. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Women's Soccer on Radio Troy Digital Sports.